Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some great online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and welcome to another episode of 10 Amazing Knives coming soon. So the last time I did this, I tried to pre-record the video one day in advance so that there would be, basically a super small window where if a knife came out, somebody would miss it. I was trying to make sure that people could actually get their hands on stuff, specifically targeting the ProTech Malibu. And to my surprise, those Malibus actually did drop on the day that I recorded it. So when you guys watched it, it was a day late. So people were telling me, I put in my email notification and I didn't, I never got a notification. That was because, unbeknownst to me, they were planned to drop actually that afternoon, the afternoon of the recording. So, a quick search through Blade HQ and some coming soon stuff revealed that there are more of these coming. And you guys are actually going to see this video the day that I'm recording it, today, so that that does not happen again. Hopefully, it doesn't happen between the time I record it and the time that I actually make it go public. But anyways, I've got 10 knives here. The first 3 are important. I know people really want to get their hands on them, and I want to make sure that you guys actually have the opportunity to do that. So there will be links down in the description for each one of these. You can follow the link. You can go and click. You can see there in the underneath the price there, it says email me when available, so you guys can be ready, or you can just sit there and reload the site. Whatever you want to do. I want to make sure you guys have a shot at this stuff. First up here, the ProTech Malibu in black aluminum and the reverse tanto. These are going to be $190, CPM 20 CV. I own this exact knife. I love it. It's really, really cool. I know a lot of people want them. These go unbelievably fast when they drop. I have no idea how many of them are going to be available, so just understand, sometimes these types of knives go in the blink of an eye. So even if you're ready, I've done this before. I've actually sat and been ready and missed it because they go really fast. I'm not trying to, promote the whole fear of missing out thing, but for people who actually want to pick this up already, they plan to pick this up even without seeing this video, I want you to be ready. If you didn't know that it was going to drop, that's the reason for this. So there's the first one. And the blue one is also coming soon. So if the black aluminum is not your thing and you'd like to get a blue one, then same deal. Again, this isn't a guarantee it's going to drop like in an hour or tomorrow or the next day. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's ready for this and everybody's got a fair shot if you're watching, my channel. So yeah, same thing in blue. Third knife up here is the Para 3 in S45VN, and I don't know if you can actually see that there, but it's textured. I'm impressed by it. Actually, I really like the texture pattern that's on this thing, and it's a, you might call it a fresh coat of paint, and that, essentially that's what it is on a design that everybody already knows about and everybody already likes, but the idea behind S45VN is pretty cool. They have essentially the toughness comes in, I believe, right in between S30V and S35VN, and then the edge retention is slightly better, I think, than S35VN, maybe about the same as S30V, but it has better corrosion resistance than both, and should be just as easy to sharpen as S35VN. Anyways, that's what the Knife Steel Nerds readout showed, so that sounds pretty cool to me. Really impressive. $150, yeah, if you can snag one when they drop, for sure, jump on that mailing list. I think this is one to pick up. All right, moving on here, some different stuff. This is another variant of the Civivi Elementum, and it comes in micarta. I feel like maybe they've done this before. I can't remember. There's a bunch of different ones. There's actually another wood variant coming out as well. So you can follow the link and go in, and then you can see there's a bunch of different variants of micarta, and then I think if you dig a little bit, there's some in wood. I thought this was interesting. Everybody loves the Civivi Elementum. It's one of the best budget knives out there, for sure. And the micarta actually looks really, really nice on this. In fact, if I were to pick up an Elementum for myself right now, based on what is going to be available, I probably would shoot for one of these micarta versions, so I figured you guys would want to see that. Moving on here, the Wii Practic, except this is going to be released in copper. Some people like copper, some people don't. I kind of like how this has already been patinaed and kind of has that battle-worn look. specifically coupled with this black stonewash finish. This looks cool. This looks like something that's already been beat into the ground, but it's a premium knife, an M390, and you can get it for like $160. That's one of the better deals out there, in terms of an M390 bearings flipper. Now, but this isn't titanium, it's copper, right? So some people are going to argue one way or another there on value, but a knife that's utilizing M390 and has good flipping action and good smooth feeling that you get from the inside of the pivot on bearings. I think this is still in a good deal ballpark. The Practic was definitely a knife that a lot of people liked, and I figured you guys would want to know that this variant is coming out. So again, click on that email me when available thing if you are interested in this one. Moving on here, I have never handled a concept knife, and I saw this one. I actually skimmed over it the last time I was doing one of these videos because there were other knives I wanted to put on the list, but then I got to looking at this, and it is titanium with a carbon fiber inlay. It looks to be contoured and heavily chamfered around the outside, but it's got a Damascus clip on it. CPM S45VN coming in at about 8 inches overall for $234. Damascus is not going to do anything in terms of utility for you, but it is very beautiful, and it definitely does add a lot of cost to the knife. So this is one of the better deals on a knife with the other materials, combined with the Damascus clip. It's one of the better deals out there that I've seen. So if you like how Damascus looks, you like the idea of having a little bit of pocket jewelry flair on your knife, but you also want that titanium frame lock flipper on bearings feel, and you like a nice reverse tanto blade shape, this one might be for you. It's also got that slot in the blade. Now, I don't know what it looks like when it's closed, but I'm going to guess you can do the reverse flick thing on it. So if you like to do the fidgety stuff, maybe check this one out. Moving on here, another really just sort of classy, simple-looking knife, the Kaiser Clutch. I can't remember if I put this one on another list or not, but I like the idea of that contoured titanium scale with the inlay that's also contoured, and then they've got it splitting the difference on the pivot, which I don't know why. I just thought that looked kind of nice. Very simple, very straightforward. Looks like kind of maybe a more slender profile, 7.875 inches overall, so it's still in that full-size knife range. But it looks like it's just going to be a nice, simple EDC carry. Kaiser always does a good job. S45VN is great. $165. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me. I don't have a problem with that at all. Haven't handled this knife obviously because it's not out yet, but it just seems like something that would do well in the hand, I guess. So moving on here, Civivi's going to do a fixed blade. I definitely did not know about this. The Civivi Kepler, I guess is what they're calling it. They have this OD green one, and then there's a tan one available as well. It looks like it's going to be kind of a beast. 4.5 inches of blade there. No idea what the blade's going to be made out of. Perhaps it's actually in the description, which we can't see on this screenshot, and I forgot to look. But, I mean, if this comes in with a Civivi price tag and it's in a decent steel, then, yeah, I mean, talk about like a mega beater of a fixed blade that's actually, really well put together. Obviously, there are lots of fixed blades out there that, are inexpensive and come in okay steels, but I'm kind of hoping that this lands around the $40 to $50 price tag mark. I don't know that. I mean, for all I know, this could come in substantially more expensive than that, but I saw Civivi and I was like, hey, that would be really cool if they did a budget, fixed blade with premium fit and finish and a decent steel. I figured maybe I should let somebody know. And I never ever put fixed blades on this list, and I should put more on there, so I figured you guys might want to see this. Next up, the WE Knifeco Pier. This looked nice to me. This looked very straightforward, very classy, but it also kind of has that sort of, I don't know, it's kind of like an ultra fancy letter opener. That's what it looks like to me, but a letter opener that might be carried by a ninja / secret agent. I'm adding a lot of backstory and, character development to the hypothetical person that might carry this knife, but truthfully, it just looks nice. I like straight lines. I like that we've got that swedge that carries the, well, it's not really the flat. I guess it's just the crest of the blade. It looks like almost down to the tip, so it almost looks like kind of a dagger. I mean, it's not sharpened up there on the swedge, obviously, but I like the shape of the inlay. I like that the titanium liner underneath, or whatever, the frame lock underneath can be seen. It's kind of shadow boxed. It looks interesting. We Always does a great job. I'm guessing this is going to be 20CV or M390, and then it looks like carbon fiber and titanium. Could be S35VN, but it's likely going to have a typical WE price tag of about $230, $240, something like that. I'm guessing. I could be completely wrong. I don't know how big this knife is. I don't know anything else about it. It just looked interesting to me, and I wanted to throw it on here. And last but not least, the Liang Ma Design Automatic Button Lock Knife. I imagine there's an actual name for this, and we just don't know what the name is. But this is an automatic Liang Ma. I don't know if they've ever done an automatic knife. Maybe they have, and I'm just not aware of it, but I always like, my eyes pick up on obvious ergonomic lines here, and they've done a lot of things that I really enjoy with other knives. Primarily, what they're doing there with that area where the handle transitions into the blade, it's an obvious choke-up position. I like that, considering this is an 8 1/4 inch knife. That's kind of my preference range. We've got basically a 3 1/2 inch blade. It's an automatic. I mean, the scales are contoured. Now, I don't know what the scales are. I don't know if they're aluminum or titanium. I'm going to guess they're titanium. MSRP says $475. It'll obviously come in less than that. If this is titanium that's contoured, right, mixed with M390, and it's an automatic knife, I'm definitely interested in this personally. This looks very interesting to me. It could be aluminum, and perhaps the price tag will come in something around, I don't know. If it's aluminum, I would not want to pay more than like $250 for it, but who knows? I have no idea. And it might say down in the description, and in my panicked effort to get this out quickly so that you guys could see all these before, just in case something dropped really fast. I didn't actually look at the description, but titanium automatic knives are rare. I've got a ProTech Strider in titanium, and I will probably hang on to that thing forever because they always drop in aluminum. There's nothing wrong with aluminum. I just like titanium, and I'll pay a little bit more to have an automatic knife in titanium. So that, coupled with the fact that this has really, in my opinion, it looks to have really good ergonomic lines and some contouring and stuff. It's just a handsome blade. So I figured you guys might want to take a look. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it today. I don't know I think we're at the end here. Yeah, we're at the end. So that's going to be pretty much it. Hopefully this allows some of you guys to get the knives that you're wanting. I know specifically like the ProTech Malibu and the Para 3. Those are going to be big ones. But let me repeat myself. Just because you've seen this video and are on the mailing list is not necessarily a guarantee. It's going to be fully dependent on you being ready, and that they don't, like, if they're gone in 2 seconds, then that's just one of those things, But I would imagine they'd be available for at least a few minutes, where, if you get the email notification and you're paying attention to your phone, then great. But that's going to be up to you. As far as, how quick you are and how ready you are. Again, I don't want to promote the whole fear of missing out thing. I'm really just trying to speak to people who have already, decided in their minds they want to pick this up, and that, this video is essentially just an attempt to give a helpful reminder or a helpful notification and say, hey, this is going to be available. Try and be ready for it. That's going to be pretty much it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, or you're excited, or you're ready to go, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.